Hey YouTube friends, I hope you guys are having a fantastic Monday. Well, today I want to talk to you guys about Motivational Monday. So, as you guys know, the last two topics I talked about was being grateful, right? And how to become more grateful and just enjoy the little things that we do have and show more gratitude for those things that we want. So I've been doing my research and just, writing down prayers of what I want. So I've been writing down, what I'm grateful for and grateful for. Or you can say, I am truly blessed to have my, because blah, blah, blah. Or I am truly grateful because blah, blah, blah. And that's all. It just takes a few minutes every day to just go back, read them, and say, hey, I am grateful for la la la. Today I am grateful for la la la. So basically that's all it is now. Is if you learn simple gratitudeness, like how to humble yourself, it becomes a lot easier, I think, as a human or as a person per se, because it makes you happier. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it makes you a happier person because, first of all, you're not always thinking of negative stuff. It helps you to stop focusing on stuff you don't want. Because when we focus on things that are bad, that's when things start to spiral and you never get anywhere because you're just stuck in that negativity. It's like they always say, is your glass half full or half empty? Pretty simple, right? And I really do believe that because I believe that even when I was stressed to my core, because I have debt that I have to pay, and I'm trying my hardest to figure out how to pay off my debt. So I'm doing my research, doing everything. But if I stay in that stupid mode, like, oh, I owe this much, oh, they're going to charge me, oh, they're going to get me, oh, they're going to do this, oh, I'm focusing on things that I shouldn't be worrying about. I should be more praying for figuring out, asking God to give me the guidance and the tools and the necessities to figure out how to come up with the plan so that I can pay for these things, or figure out a way to pay for these. And that has shifted my whole mentality to a different level. I'm not as stressed. I'm not wasting my time on the negativity because I know it's there. The negative is going to be there, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to shift on what I can do with it and what I can do to change it. Now that's what this thing is about, is learning how to accept the changes you can change and learning to accept the things you cannot change. And this is what I always tell my friends is, if somebody attacks you and they keep attacking you, it's because maybe you're allowing that in some way for them to attack you. So for instance, I'll give you an example, and it was when I was in high school. I had a very close friend. Me and her were really close, like best friends, two peas in a pie. We would always have lunch together, we would sit together and stuff. But then all of a sudden, when it came down to me, it was my senior year, and it came down to me. We were both in cross country and track, and we were both like always eating lunch together, trying to hang out with each other. Then one day, coaches were like, we're not going to do a popularity contest. We're not going to sit there and let you guys vote who we think should be captain of your guys' cross country or track team or whatever this year. Because our track team needs to be with somebody who motivates you guys, who always makes you guys smile, and you guys are always happy to see that person, but they lift you up at the same time. It has nothing to do with popularity, he said, and we don't want it to be about popularity contest, because sometimes it's always about, oh, because he's the greatest runner, he should be the captain. No, it should be to who it fits most. So they gave me captain, which I was really surprised. So I can add that to my resume that I was a high school captain of a track team, which I was. And I was in 2002. And my friend, she dropped out of the team. She wouldn't speak to me. She wouldn't talk to me. And I was like, what is wrong? Like, I even went and asked her, are you okay? What's wrong? Is there something we can talk about? She would ignore me. So finally I overheard her talking, and my friends were saying, oh, she's been talking behind, which it happens. The way that I stopped it from hurting me and what got her to come back to me was that I didn't allow it to continue, and this is how I did allow it to continue, is I just quit caring about it. I just quit talking to her. I would ignore her the same way she would ignore me, but I was polite. I would just go, good morning, and walk away. And then she would just look at me. And then one day, she heard we were having a team issue, and she wanted to come back to the team. And I said, no, once you're out, you're out. You can't come back. If you can't finish what you started, then don't come back. You're wasting our time. You're wasting my time. You're wasting everybody's time. I wasn't being rude. I was being honest and very certain about like what I was saying. So I said, nope, bye, next. And then I talked to her aside and I said, look, I'm not trying to be rude. We all voted you out. It's not because of this situation. It's because if you can't be supportive of anybody in this team, then you're not for the team. And that's what I told her. Even though I don't feel like I should have been captain because I didn't ask it, I didn't say, hey, make me the captain. They just gave it to me, and I was like really, really shocked, and I was grateful, and I even said, thank you, oh my gosh, like, really, you want me? I'm like, oh, and I was like really shy, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll have to do it. But I did it. But when I told her those things, I said, look, it's not about me. It's about a team. And if you can't support not one person on the team just because they made them this, then you never really cared about the team. You just cared about yourself. So you can't join the team if you can be a team player. And since you're not going to be a team player, then why should I let you in the team now? It makes no sense. And it was like a few days before we were about to start our season was about to begin. So technically we haven't had any seasons in, so no competitions, no nothing. It was just always everyday practice. And then finally, she finally apologized. She apologized to the team. She said she was going to be a team effort. And so I said, okay, you can come back if you want to, but you have to learn how to be a team player because that is not going to fly with me. I said, you didn't just hurt the team, you hurt me, but at the end of the day, I couldn't change your feelings, and I couldn't change the way you felt about things, and I wasn't going to go over there and cry to you, be like, please, why can't we just be friends? I'll give you, no, doesn't work that way. I just prayed about it, I walked away, and brushed it off. Now, see, that's one thing I forgot when I got married. When my marriage was in a struggle, I would simply cower down to a level that I felt stuck, and I couldn't say a word, I couldn't move, and I would always run back to the same situation until I realized I cannot change that person, but I can change what can happen to me, and I can change how that person's going to treat me. So I stopped, walked away completely, gave everything to God, pushed it all on Him, and said, no more. And then sealed it off. And it worked because like I said, that is not the way I want to be treated, nor will I allow you to treat somebody like that. So if you want to come back into my son's life or my life, this is what you're going to have to do. And if you can't do that, then find somebody else who allows you to treat them that way. These doors are closed, and this is how it's going to be, and this is what I expect, and this is my expectations. If you don't like them, then that's it. I can't do nothing for you. I mean, yeah, it hurt because that's the person you love, and that is how you never want to see yourself as a failure. But I always tell people, I've always seen my failures as my successors, because I learned from my failures, and they helped me to grow in a better way. So that's why I always tell people is to be grateful and write down things. Like, I bought this at the dollar store, and it says my bucket list, but I just write my prayers. And so far, I prayed about my YouTube channel, and now I got 27 subscribers. Woo! Thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed to my channel. Please help share, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you're just watching, please subscribe and hit the subscribe button. I try to motivate people and try to give inspiration to people, because I feel like there's less of that in this world. And I don't want to be like, I'm not your average YouTuber. I blog about different things all the time. And if I seem boring to you, then you can click the next. And this is not for you. And I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to get people to understand that I want to help others become a better version of themselves in whatever shape, way. And if I make you laugh, that is my goal. If I make you think in a perspective way that's healthy, I've done my job. My goal is just to encourage people to be a better human for themselves and just have a good time and laugh. So I prayed about it, and I wrote down, that I want my YouTube channel to thrive, and how I would love for my to people to subscribe to my channel. And so far, it's been working really well. And I love doing this because I just love it. It's because of you guys. If you guys didn't watch, I wouldn't be doing this. And I love being able to teach what I have learned in my own personal experience, seeing if it helps you. Everybody's different. Everybody thinks differently. But everybody has a story to tell, and you have your own story to tell. Maybe you might be able to tell it in a comment below and say, hey, you know what? I've started being more grateful, and this is what has happened. Because ever since I started being more grateful, work has gotten better for me. I work better. I finish my job on time. I don't stress about it. And I'm not worried about it if my managers are going to pick on me or not. I just come in with a smile and try to do my job and give the best customer service that I can to anybody regardless. That is my goal. And whatever I do. So when I talked about, I also prayed for my children. It's always good to pray for your children and have a visual of not what you want your children to be, because God has a different agenda, whether you believe in God or not. Your children are like, they're yours to borrow, to shape, to give ideas, to give them morals, to give them values. Now, if you don't put those into their core foundation, they're going to run wild in this world, which is fine. But if they go crazy, then they only follow what your parents have taught them. And I've known this because my husband, his mom wasn't a very bad mother, but wasn't a very great mother. She was confused, lost, and abused. She lived with her. He would constantly see his dad beat up his mom, cheat on his mom, and drugs. Drugs and abuse was a big thing. His dad was an abuser. He would beat his mom, and he would do drugs, and he would always cheat on her. And then he grew up seeing that for a while. And then his mom started doing the same thing. She would go out and hang out with different people, and at the same time, it's the way they grow up. They see that. Now, I'm not saying that's why he became the way he is. No. It's just that when kids are little, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old, you're shaping them to believe that that's how it has to be. And you have to correct that. So we as parents have to teach our children how to walk in the light, how to be respectful of others, and how to find their own identity in themselves, and hopefully in Christ, but in themselves, because not everybody believes in Christ. And if you don't, then that's fine. That's your free will of choice, and nobody's here to judge you for it. I just believe in Christ, and I believe that teaching my son to follow his will it's a better blessing than I could ever have. So I always pray for it, and I also pray for my job, for everybody in my work, because there's a lot of things that are going on around in society today. Customers are more rude. They're being more violent. People are not wanting to come to work. There's always, we're short staffed, and it's just a chaos, a lot of things. So that's another thing I pray for is my work. And so when you sit and take down and just write down what you're grateful for, it is amazing the accomplishments that you can do. I do them as a goals, a short-term goals, so that I can say, okay, I scratched that, I beat that goal. And so, like when I said, I pray for more people to subscribe to my channel, that I can help. Maybe they're having a bad day, and I can help them become a little bit more happier, or find some sense in their lives or something. And then I just scratched that off because I gained 3 more subscribers. Yay! And I love you guys for that. Thank you so much to all of you who have shared my Facebook with others and helped get me more subscribers. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I always tell people that I'm really grateful for that, because I am. I'm grateful to you because I'm here because of you. And I did this mainly to get out of my shell, because I was really shy. I was always like, So this have helped me overcome and become a better human within myself. Anyways, so I hope you guys have a fantastic motivational Monday, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, okay?